Alright boys, so I'm about to show you guys the one product that literally changed my life. And I'm not talking about AirPods or colognes or the typical products I started with. This is a product where you can literally make $2,000 profit from one sale. And I'm about to break down the exact numbers, the whole entire process, the profits with this board right here. This is one of the biggest reasons on how I got to my first 30K month personally, and now I'm scaling it to 40 to 50K a month. And if you guys don't believe me, this is exactly from how I went to $200 in my bank account to then hitting over 40K profit in the month of August. Now, most people sleep on this because they think it's way too saturated or way too hard to start or way too expensive to start. At the end, I'm revealing the exact platform I'm selling this on to make me $10,000 a week. Most resellers have no idea about this spot. Let's get right into it. Alright, so what is moissanite? Moissanite is these lab-grown diamonds that you see right here. It's basically grown in a lab almost as a real diamond. It shines brighter than natural diamonds and it costs 90% less. Your favorite athletes, your favorite rappers, and 99% of them use moissanite jewelry. Buyers literally cannot tell the difference because as you can see right here, it's the same exact thing. Alright, why it sells. People want the look. They don't care if it came from a lab, bro. If these are shiny more than diamonds, they want it. They care about flexing without spending 10K on a watch. And that's where we come in, and this is the exact difference between moissanite and diamonds. So if you were to get a stone, this is the moissanite stone, this is the diamond stone, and just look at the price difference right here. It's crazy. Moissanite is more affordable. It literally weighs less. Rainbow-like light reflection. Traditionally has a yellow or green tint. Diamonds are far more expensive. 10 on the Mohs scale. White light reflection. Color ranges vary. Alright? I'm not gonna lie. When I first heard about this, I thought it was a scam. But once I saw the profit margins and how fast these move, I had to hop right on it. Now here's the exact profit breakdown so you know exactly how much you're gonna make. You can get these watches right here for around $700 from the correct supplier. Don't go out getting scammed. Fully iced out moissanite watches look insane. You list these for $1,500 to $2,000 and people buy them. Yes, they do. So here it is. You buy for $700, you sell for $1,800. That's $1,000 profit per watch. If you just sell 2 of these in a week, that's over $2,000 in a week. So that's the watch example. Now we're getting onto moissanite jewelry. If watches are too expensive for you to start, that is totally fine. I didn't jump it straight into watches either. If you have the capital, go into it. But you could start off with earrings that cost $20 to $30. You can flip these for $200 to $300 easily. So you buy them for $25 again from the right supplier. You sell for $250 and that's $225 profit from one singular sale. These margins are insane and you don't need thousands and thousands of dollars to start. Start with the jewelry and work your way up to the watches. So now we're moving on to the supplier checklist. And this is where most people get cooked. They go on AliExpress or random ass websites and they buy moissanite jewelry and then wonder why no one's buying their product. So here's what you do want to look for. Certified moissanite, ask for the certificates, clear photos and videos from multiple different angles so you make sure it's good quality, return policy, and consistent communication. So you want to make sure these sellers, these suppliers and vendors you're buying it from have all of these, okay? Red flags. Price is too good to be true. If you're getting a fully iced out watch for $200, then that is just not how it works. Remember earlier we said $700 for the fully iced out watch. That's the price range it should be. And no return policy, blurry photos. If you ask for photos and they send you some BS, you automatically know it's a red flag. Get away from that seller. And they can't even provide proof of the actual authenticity. Here's a personal tip I use. I literally keep one piece from every batch I buy so I could show the buyers in person. Obviously, you don't need to do that off the start, but if you can, try your best. And I do this because trust me, it makes it so much easier. So now here's the exact selling strategy I use to move multiple of these watches every single week. Number 1, Instagram DMs and stories. So this could be that you have a personal Instagram page. You could post this up. People are gonna want it, bro. I know you know people who want to look flashy but not spend the full entire buttload of money. And like just DMs and stories. This could be Instagram, this could be Snapchat, any social media platform that you're on. Or it doesn't have to be a personal Instagram. You could build up an Instagram of just selling products, and that's how I actually started. Number 2 is Facebook Marketplace. This could be local when you go do meetups. This could be shipping. For tips I give on when you're meeting up, make sure you meet up in a public location so nothing fishy goes on. And make sure before you meet up, you get the whoever's trying to buy it from you, make sure you talk to them on the phone. That's how you know if they're a real person. If they don't want to talk to you on the phone, then bro, just run away from that. After they ask for pictures, questions about the product, you want to just put your number in the chats of Facebook or wherever you're doing on it and just be like, throw me up a call, we could discuss more. They call you, you hear they're a real person, boom, instant good. Number 3 is OfferUp. OfferUp is very good for local sales and meetups like I just talked about. Apply the same rules, apply the same principles, and you could be selling these like hotcakes. But Instagram is where I personally move these the fastest. I ship them, I meet up, I do all of the above. The more you do, the more platforms you're on, the more apps you're on, equals more profit, equals more volume, more customers, more money. End of the day, that's all we want, more money. Now for the selling process and exactly how you want to list these. So first, let's go by taking photos. You want to do natural lighting. Make sure you're by a window so the diamonds are shown or the moissanite is shown. Multiple angles, close-ups of the stones so they see what they're buying into, right? If you have bad quality, you're not going to be able to take close-up pictures of the stones and they will not shine like this. So that is super important why you use a high, valid, quality, trusted vendor. On wrist, on model if possible. You don't really need to. You can just put it on your wrist. If you're selling earrings, put it on your finger. And video showing the shine. So you want to get a video rotating it in the good lighting so the buyer sees that, okay, look, this is beautiful. I could buy this, I could wear this, I could rock this. And then for their writing descriptions, I honestly don't overcomplicate it. You have no need to. All I do is just fully iced out moissanite watch. Make sure you say it's lab grown. Don't sell it as diamonds. Shines crazy, 800 or best offer. You could literally grab this whole entire message, copy paste it. Bro, this just works for me and I'm showing you guys. Now the handling objections, right? If someone asks, is it real? All you gotta do is you could say real moissanite lab grown, same shine. Someone asks, why is it so cheap? You could be like, no middleman, I get it from the direct source. And then if someone says, can I see it first? Yeah, of course you can. Just meet up. Let's meet up. And boom, you meet up, it happens. And 9 times out of 10, if you have a good quality supplier with good product, they're gonna buy your product and you're gonna make money. I'm not gonna lie, when I first tried this, I got absolutely cooked. I bought from a cheap supplier. The quality was mid. Like, the quality was super mid. I sold one watch and the dude kept coming back saying, oh, it looks so bad, it looks fake. And I got so sick of him, I just gave him a refund. And I lost like $600, bro. That was the part where it completely, I was telling myself, like, is this even worth it? So now that you know to be careful, we're gonna be going over the 5 mistakes that you should avoid and that I didn't know when I first started, so you do not get cooked. So, like I said, buying cheap quality. If it looks cloudy or fake, just completely stay away from it. Overpricing too fast. Your first watch, if you get it for 700, you shouldn't put it up for 3K. Realistically, we talked about it earlier, you should put it up for like 1.5. No proof authenticity. So buyers want to see certificates. If you have these certificates, which my supplier provides, then you are able to sell these watches much easier. Not building trust first. You want to post content showing your process. So let's say you're trying to sell on Instagram. You want to show, you just act like you're the one buying something. You want to be sure of your purchase and you want to feel comfortable. So you have to show the ins and outs of everything so your buyer is comfortable buying from you. And ignoring local sales. Meetups close faster than shipping, bro. Do your meetups, meet people, but like I said, make sure they're real people and people who are actually interested with the phone number method. All right, real quick before I show you the secret platform, if you're getting value from this or learning something, just please hit that subscribe button. It helps me a lot. I'm trying to get to 2,000 subs before this year ends. I'm dropping reselling sauce and content like this every single week. So yeah, alright, here's the fastest platform. The fastest place to move moissanite isn't eBay, it isn't Mercari. It's Instagram plus local luxury resale groups. These luxury buyers are already in this space looking for good deals. So here's exactly how to use it. Build a page focused on luxury resale. Post moissanite or any high-end items that you have. Use hashtags like moissanite luxury for less iced out. DM close sales, no fees. So you could literally close sales in DMs of your profile, of your social media page. So for example, I know you guys have been on Facebook and you've seen these local groups where you could join. Go on Facebook. There's already buyers or people wanting good deals for whatever it may be, and you put your product, whether it's moissanite in this situation, you throw it up in here, you join these groups, and you will get people hitting you up so fast, bro. So let me go over local groups. These Facebook groups for luxury buyers in your city. Post them with clear photos and pricing, just like how we went over, and meet up in public spots, like I said, Starbucks, mall, wherever it may be, wherever is closest, wherever you and your buyer communicate. All right, so here's a real-time example. Let's say I sell a moissanite watch for $2,000 on Instagram DMs, and then boom, I meet up with this guy at a local Starbucks. He checks out the watch, he purchases it. That's it. That was literally $1,200 profit in one afternoon. Now here's the thing, bro. Right now, moissanite is going crazy, but it's not gonna stay like this forever. Every day, there's more sellers catching on. The window is open right now, but it's closing very, very soon. My students are already eating off this. My boy Charlie made $12K in his 3rd month working with me and bought him a Tesla. William went from working at McDonald's to now hitting $11,000 in 2 months. They locked in when the opportunity is hot, and now they are winning. So if you're sitting this, watching this, and not taking action, other people are. They're already working with me. They're seeing results. They're changing their life. And every day you wait is another day where you're leaving money on the table. And just to recap one more thing, like I said, we buy a moissanite watch for $700, sell for $1,800 to $2,000. That's $1,000 profit with one sale. Are you not understanding how insane this is? This is part of how I got to 30K a month. It's for sure not the only thing I do, but this is literally my top selling product. Now, if you've watched this whole thing and you actually want to take action, you need help with it, I work with like 5 people at a time, one-on-one. So I actually devote my personal life and my personal time to these students. I show you my exact suppliers, the ones I've worked with for 2+ years. I help you set up everything, your social medias, your marketplace app, everything from sourcing to actually closing the sales. And I'm literally going to hold your hand until you hit your first 5K month guarantee. But here's the thing, bro. Like I said, I only take on 5 people because I genuinely take time out of my day to help you make money. And right now I have 2 spots left. Then after that, it's a whole entire wait list. People are already making moves while you're just thinking and pondering. So if you're serious and want to lock in this opportunity while it's fuming hot, like I said, don't waste my time. I only work with serious people who are actually locked in and devoted to changing their life. If you're just gonna buy in and not take action, don't waste your time and don't waste mine. But if you're actually really wanting to make this happen, the link is in the description, bro. Apply to work one-on-one with me and we'll get you to your first 5K month. Guaranteed. My plug-and-play systems are literally guaranteed to work. If you're actually doing it, no one has failed following my system. Like I said, Charlie went from making $20 an hour to hitting 12K in his 3rd month, and he just bought a Tesla. And William left his McDonald's job and now is making 11K every single month. And he did that all in 2 months. They took action, they saw the opportunity, and you can too. But yeah, if you got value from this, I don't care if you work one-on-one with me. I'm just here to help you with this free content. So if this helped, just leave a like, subscribe. I'm going to be dropping much more free sauce in the future. And yeah, if you're up on the offer, the link is in the description. So apply. I'll see if you're actually locked in because that's the only people I'm taking on. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.